Somos celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples. Back over again, man. Another episode, man. You know, we keep it going for you lot. Yeah? You know, we're always on it, man. We always show up, man. You understand? No matter what day it is, weekend, weekday, regardless, we're there. Understand? We're going to get straight into it, man. Hope everyone's having a great day. Everyone's had a great week. We need to get some transfers going on, man. But let's get into this anyway. And Mbeumo, this is the news on him. I know there's been a little ups and downs. It's been going bananas. He signed, he hasn't. The medicals booked still. Is it booked? No. David Ornstein's coming out. Fabrizio, it's just gone mad. We don't know what to believe. But, yeah, basically, the last thing that's come out is Muppetiers has just come out today and basically said the second bid for Mbeumo put United closer to a deal. Discussions ongoing, add-ons, details including agent fees, overall and base fee still up for change. United fully intent and prepared for players' arrival and new offer hope to reach full agreement expected fairly imminently. So very soon, this should be all done, man. Hopefully, you get me? We're hearing about this all the time. We've been talking about it for ages now. I remember David Ornstein came out and basically said that Mbeumo's preference is to go to Manchester United, and that was on the 2nd of June. So look at that. What day is it today? Like, do you know what I'm saying? What is it now? Bro, it's like 28 days now. Literally. So it's been a minute still. But we just need to deal with this anyway. We just need to, we just need to sort it all out, man. But I feel like Mbeumo is more or less done. Like, the reports have all been too imminently. Apparently, it's just the structure of the deal. And then you've got Graham Bailey. I wouldn't say he's the most reliable. I can't really vouch for him. And he's saying Man United's ready to undergo his medical. So I don't know what to believe right now. Every day we're hearing medical talks. And then we're hearing we're closer, bid. It all seems close. But, bro, we just want the deal done. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we could just get this one over the line as soon as possible. And then it's all patterned. But Muppetiers, he knows a few stuff. He did tell us that Mbeumo was willing to come to United. He did tell us that Gyokeres was willing to come to United without Champions League. So there's certain things that he said that, it's been true. So we listen to the Muppetiers. But Graham Bailey, I can't really vouch for him, I'll be real. But that's the latest on Mbeumo, really. It's just this, really. So this is what's come out today. So we'll see. But the next thing is obviously the freedom fighter. Oh my days, you know this geezer. Every day we've got something going on with the freedom fighter. We just don't know what he's going to do. Is he ever going to leave? No one knows. So this is the situation with the freedom fighter. Is Juventus is the only team standing now. Like, everyone has dropped out. Everyone that started in this thing with freedom fighter said, we can't do it no more. He was chatting to Fenerbahce. He was leading them on. He spoke to Jose Mourinho on the phone. And he still didn't end up basically going there. He said he's not going to go there in the end. He wants to stay in the top 5 league. But he entertained them. They gave him a wage that he wanted. Everything. They was ready to basically sign it off. And then he basically just turned around and said, no. So I don't know what we're going to do with this freedom fighter. Juventus is the only team left. Let me show you what came out the other day. This is what came out the other day from Fabrizio. He basically said, listen, Fenerbahce have pulled out the race. And then Luca said that Napoli have pulled out the race. So no one wants to be in the race with the freedom fighter no more. No one wants to give the freedom fighter freedom. He don't want to give himself freedom because he doesn't want to drop his wages. So I don't know what's going to happen. But if you can read it, look at the first article. It says Juventus are the only team remaining for Jadon Sancho. Both Napoli and Fenerbahce have dropped out of the race. Dropped out of the running. Juventus is now advantage with Man United. So it's only them. We've got to pray Juventus don't flop this one and they end up coming through. Because if they don't come through, we're finished. Literally, like, we're stuck with him. And you've got to remember something as well. He's got 1 year left and his contract runs out next year. So he might want to run down his contract and go and get a big bundle deal next year. Because remember, when you sign a contract as a free agent, you'll get a nice bonus up front. That's what happens. So the freedom fighter is just doing everything he can do to stay free at the moment. He's not doing nothing. This is from Giova Albanese, and he's like an Italian. He's good for Juventus news. And this is from the Juventus fan page. And it says, Fenerbahce have taken a step back. Feels that Man United are closing the deal with Juventus. Sancho has approved the move to Juventus. The issue is, well, the salary is he currently earns 10 million a year. So we gave him 250 or 300k, whatever we gave him, a madness. We can't move him on now. So Juventus want to sell Nico Gonzalez, and salary saved from the sell goes towards Sancho. So they've got to sell someone now to even go for him. This is what's going on. Several details to be ironed out. First, the transfer fee, Man United. Listen, we already know. Everybody already knows. We basically got a release clause. 25 million will get you the deal. So there's nothing to talk about with transfer fees. Just bring your 25 million and you can get him and you can leave with him. That's it. So yeah, that's the situation with him. Confidence filters through the Juventus end due to Sancho's willingness to join. That's the only club left. He has to be willing to join. So this is the situation with Sancho, the freedom fighter. United are happy to meet Juventus's demands. So it's going to be 25 million or 20 million or whatever. But I don't even think the transfer fee is the main problem. Even if we get 15 mil, I think we'll be happy because he leaves for free next year. But really, it's the 3.1. 3.1? It's, what does he get? What is it again? 1.2 million a month. He gets 1.2 million a month. That is crazy or something like that. So that's what's killing us. It's not really about him going for money right now. Obviously, we'll take the money. Of course, we'll take the 20 million. But the 1.2 million that he's getting a month is killing. Look at the way they're sacking staff that's been there for 10 years and all that. And he's sitting on the bench for 1.2 million. And we don't want him. He don't want to be himself. He's going to get slayed at Old Trafford if he goes Old Trafford. With all his freedom talks, he can't go Old Trafford, man. The fans will go mad on him. So that's the situation with him. And then we got McGrath Mike basically saying Jadon Sancho has 1 year left on his deal at United, but the club can trigger a 1 year extension, which will prevent him from leaving for free next year. I reckon if he doesn't move, he doesn't leave, I reckon we have to trigger that 1 year to take the piss out of him so that he doesn't think he's leaving. Do you get it? Because he might think they're not going to trigger it. I'll stay for 1 more year and just sit on the bench, get my money, and then leave for free. Trigger it and sell him again. Same thing. Take the piss out of him. But this is the situation with the freedom fighter, man. This Keys is just, I don't know. I'm lost for words with this guy. What's good, Red Devils, mate? Arsenal be our first feast this season. 100% Biggie, man. I'm with you with that one. It needs to be. Sancho needs to go fight for freedom somewhere else. My guess is this guy doesn't care about football. He's after the money. He's going to run down his contract. Exactly. But look at that, though. We can trigger 1 more year. Obviously, we wouldn't want to trigger it because we don't want him here. But at the same time, we can trigger it to take the piss. And then he has to get a club then. Are you going to sit out for 2 years? Think about it. I don't think he'll sit out for 2 years. And the fact that we got that extra is peak for him. So, yeah, that's the situation with the freedom fighter. Big up yourself, man, Luta, man. Man, Lutata. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. So that's the situation with the freedom fighter. He doesn't want to leave. Napoli and Fenerbahce are at the race. It's only Juventus left. Literally. Another day, another saga. It always goes down to the same thing. It's never the teams don't want to pay the money. The teams are always cool paying the money. It's always that Sancho's salary is an obstacle every single time. And it seems like it's the obstacle again. So we're going to have to see what happens with this geezer. But this is what keeps happening. So hopefully Juventus can sell this Nico Gonzalez. And once they've sold him, then they can turn around and come and get Sancho. Is this even going to happen? Is it reliable? I don't know. But this is what keeps happening every time. So that's the situation with Sancho. I'll move on to the next one. Oh, nah. So, yeah, we got Onana now. Listen, it's finally coming out. Remember, all the reports about Onana was coming out saying that this geezer is going to stay. He's going to stay. Now it's coming out, look, Onana's been told, basically, we're willing to let him leave, which is a bit mad. I didn't think that we would tell him, innit? I thought it would be a thing where we won't let him know and then he's just going to leave eventually type of thing if a bid comes. Only if a bid comes, then we'll say, listen, we're going to take the money type of thing. But it's seeming like we're telling them now, yo, you can leave on loan if you want, but we want someone else. So obviously we're clearly just being brutal now, where we're telling man, yo, listen, you can leave, innit? Like we want someone else type of thing. Muppetiers comes out and says basically the goalkeeper continues to be an interest. Onana is expected to stay at the moment. There's no clear path for departure. This is what I keep saying. There's no one that's going to buy Onana. Unless Saudi bail us out, there's no one that's actually sitting there and saying, yeah, I want to buy Onana. So for right now, he's going to stay unless a departure comes. Scouting all year for competition. Names like Lamens, Kaneshi, Trafford, who is linked very close to Newcastle. They've had a bid rejected, but yeah, and they've been of interest. No offers have been made to any club as of now because we haven't sold no one. So we can't make an offer to any of their players because we haven't sold anybody. We have to sell Bayern, or we got to sell Onana, and then we can make an offer. That's what's going on with us. So that's the situation. Emi Martinez has been offered to Chelsea, but the goalkeeper prefers Man United. Of course he does. He's been twerking for us for about 2-3 weeks. We don't want nothing to do with him. He's 40 million. It's not going to happen. But this is the situation. It all goes down to this guy here, this Onana guy. If he leaves, then we can move, innit? But until then, obviously we've been linked with a lot of keepers in the last few days. That John Victor that played yesterday against Palmeiras, we're linked with him as well. He's 5.9 million. Lamens is a good keeper. He's Belgium international. And then you got Kaneshi that's meant to be good. I don't know too much about him, but he plays for Atlanta. So yeah, that's the situation, man. With the keepers, it's just basically nothing ain't really changed, but Onana can leave now. Like it's getting said to be known he can leave. Before this, it was just like, oh, Onana's gonna stay, blah blah blah. And obviously, we have to put it out there. Onana's gonna stay because we've got no one to buy him. So if we got no one that's gonna buy you, we're gonna let it be known you can stay, but if somebody comes in with a bid for Onana, I guarantee we say, yeah, listen, you can go now. 100%. So that's the situation with Onana. Yeah, that's the situation with keepers, really. There's nothing. What's weird about this situation, though, about these keepers, yeah, is there's a new keeper every day. That's what's crazy. Every day there's a new keeper we're linked with. There's got to be something. There's never enough smoke without fire in it. We can't be getting linked with all these keepers. So it might be that we're inquiring every day about a keeper and then it's coming up. But it's a bit weird. I'll be real with you. Like every day we're linked with a new keeper. That's not normal. We shouldn't be, really, if he's meant to stay. So I think we're trying to push him out, but we're not going to go out there and say we're pushing him out. Let me get, where's the other keepers that we had in here? I'll show you the keepers that we've been linked with from a couple of days back. So this is the keepers we're linked with now. Lamens, Kaneshi, Martinez. And we knew that already. And then the other day it was this. It was Man United obviously are prioritizing a striker after Mbeumo. But then they want a keeper. They want to replace Onana. So that's another report saying we want to place Onana. And that was Diego Costa, who plays for Porto. 2 different journalists said that Diego Costa is top. Ruben likes him. They're both Portuguese. They've had contacts in January. And then I told you about the Botafogo keeper. He played against Palmeiras yesterday and he lost 1-0. He's 5.8 million. So I think he's a Bayern replacement. Because Bayern cost about 4 million. So you sell Bayern for like 2-3 million, you'll buy him. I don't know him. I've never seen him play. I didn't even watch that game yesterday. And obviously that last article was just telling us that, listen, Onana had fewer mistakes than Martinez last year. But remember, Onana plays for Manchester United. When you play for Manchester United and you make a mistake, it goes viral for about a week. Martinez, they probably won't even talk about it on Match of the Day. That's how big the clubs are. So he had less mistakes than Martinez, and he prevented more goals than Martinez. But we need a clear upgrade if we're going to get someone. Martinez is 33. Like, come on. He's a bit of a loose cannon as well. Look at what he done with Hojlund. That was crazy. Like, we all knew Hojlund was probably not even going to score that. And he just took him out. So, yeah, man, these are the keepers we've been linked with. Obviously, like I said, there's no smoke without fire in it. That's on the 26th, like 25th. It's recent as well. Like, we keep getting linked to keepers. So, something might be in the pipeline. But Lamens is meant to be a good one. Kaneshi. They're meant to be good young keepers on the come-up, but we have to get rid of what we got. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But Another can leave on loan if he wants, and we'll pay half his salary or whatnot. But until something happens, does anyone even want him on loan? This is what's going on. Does anyone even want him? I've only seen one club linked with him, Monaco, and that stalled after like 20 minutes. Oh, Monaco's in for him, and then bam, Fabrizio come out and said it's a myth. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Martinez is a liability. The guy aura farms penalties, and somehow his stats are insane on pens, but the overall play is just average. Diego Costa would be a better option. You reckon, yeah? Like I said, about Diego Costa, I've only seen that one game and he was awful when we played them in Europa. Apart from that, he's meant to be a good keeper. He's good with his feet, etc. But I ain't really seen much of him. But Martinez is a madman. Like, you just never know what to expect from him. And like it said, didn't it? He's made way more mistakes than Onana, but it goes unnoticed because he doesn't play for Man United. When you play for Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all these teams, you see it all the time. And people talk about it because it costs us something. It might cost you the Champions League. It might cost you the league, something. And then everyone will talk about it. Do they need to replace him? Sky Sports will do a segment on it, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's a weird one, man. But that's the situation with Onana. He's finally been told you can leave. So get a club on loan or something. We'll pay half your wages and you can cut, bro. So that's the situation with keepers. Then we got, this came out yesterday, Casemiro set to stay. Obviously, we're sitting there waiting for Saudi to bail us out with Onana, Casemiro, and it's not happening. Now Casemiro set to stay at Manchester United next season. He believes he's got the best chance of making the Brazil 2026 World Cup squad. He's enhanced by staying in the Premier League. So he wants to stay. And if he goes Saudi or something, it might not happen for him as much as he wants it to happen. So he's looking at it like, I might as well just stay here. I've got one more year left in my contract. So he's definitely leaving next year. Remember, he's on 350K or something. So we're not going to pay that and we're not going to extend that. So Casemiro is definitely going next season. But his thing is, let me just make the World Cup at least. Once I've made the World Cup, then I'm good. Do you know what I mean? So that's the situation with Casemiro. And then we got Hojlund. Oh, my days. Don't let me start with the squeezer. Hojlund, basically, there's still no agreement with him and Inter Milan. They've been talking for ages. They want a loan with an option to become an obligation with easy conditions. So they're basically saying, give us a loan with obligation and we'll do something like, if he plays 15 games, it becomes obligation. Do you know what I mean? If we finish in the top 3, 4 or something, like easy add-ons, basically. But it could be easy when you're saying it now, but they've already got 3 strikers, mate. They've got Thuram, Martinez, Taremi. So how do we know he's even going to play? It might be a thing where, yeah, if Hojlund plays 10 games, then it's obligation, but he might even play 10 games. They might just keep him off the bench. Some games bring him on, some games not. So it sounds easy now, and then at the end of it, it might be a Chelsea thing where they do something, some bookiness, and then they just bring him back, and then we're back here in the same position. We've made it clear we want him gone. And it says there, look, Man United want an obligation. Sorry, Man United only want a permanent transfer. So we're not on this joke thing where it's like, it's a loan. We're thinking about this basically next year. No, we just want to get rid of it now, cut our ties. Yeah, we paid 72 million. We'll take a 30 now. We've took the loss. See you later, bro. Do you understand? That's the situation with Hojlund. And what's crazy about the Hojlund situation is Inter have gone and bought another striker that's the same age as Hojlund. This Bonnie guy, he just got a here we go yesterday, and he's come from Parma, who's already playing in the Italian league. He's the same age as Hojlund. So what does that mean for Hojlund then? Do you know what I'm saying? Does Hojlund go after that? Does he stay? It's mad. It's crazy, bro. All our players, 1 minute they're linked, they're gonna leave, and then something just happens. Like they've just bought this geezer. So what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they still gonna go for Hojlund and have 4 strikers? They got Taremi, Martinez, Thuram, and now they got this Bonnie guy. That's 4. What, you're gonna have another striker and Hojlund? That's 5 strikers. What are you not preparing for, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with Hojlund, isn't it? And Casemiro. Casemiro staying. We was hoping he'll go to Saudi. Saudi will give us some money. It's not happening. He's gonna chill out. He's got 1 more year left. He's on 300 something Ks in the chill. I don't know if he's gonna play that much though. That's the problem, because obviously I think Ancelotti will take him in anyway. But I can't see Casemiro playing that much because Amrim is doing his system now. This intensity system, he's trying it now. We had to sit back a little bit with Casemiro, put someone next to him, counter-attack football last season. I don't think he's going to try and do that now. I think with the pre-season, he's going to try and go full blast with his system now. So I don't know if Casemiro's going to play that much, but he said to stay. He's staying. And yeah, you know, staying at Man United, you get watched all the time. It's somewhere nice. Probably next season when he finishes and his contract runs out, he'll go somewhere like a MLS or somewhere or Saudi, who knows. But it would have been nice to get some money for him and then reinvest in the midfield. Seems like it's not happening. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Inter Milan basically have bought a striker that's the same age as Hojlund. We got a here we go yesterday. So I don't know what's going to happen with Hojlund. Is Hojlund going to go? Is he not? They've already got 4 strikers. Thuram, Martinez, this geezer, and Taremi, who they tried to do a swap deal with us and we politely declined. Now they've got this geezer. So if they get Hojlund, that's five strikers. Unless they're getting rid of 2 or something, I can't see it happening. But, mate, this is the situation. I'll answer some of these. So we finished 15th because of Onana or Erasmus. Probably both, to be honest. Probably both. But I would say last season there were more games where we needed a striker where we could have scored and it would have changed it than Onana messed up in the Prem. That's what I would say. If we had to pick a striker and goalkeeper last season, there were so much games that were narrow and we just couldn't score. If we scored, we would have won, but we didn't score and we drew, or we ended up conceding after and then we lost. So yeah, but I would say it's a mixture, man. It's not a one person thing why we finished 15th. A lot of things were wrong. They didn't know the system. Like they changed it midway through. There was so much things, man. It just wasn't working, man. You understand? I'm not even blaming players on that. I'm saying the overall collective thing. Like it was a shithole. But this year, Ruben's gonna have his set. He can put everything he wants to put into this pre-season now. You know what I want to do. You got all the time. We had a lot of times where we had a game on Thursday, a game on Sunday. He couldn't really do much. Remember, after they've come from a game, they have to rest and all that as well. Now you got pre-season, embed all your ideas. You've got some players that fit your system, blah blah blah. And he said it himself. If we're in the bottom half of the table, they've got to make a change by December. We're in the bottom half of the table by Christmas. He's going to probably walk. So that's the situation with him, man. Rashford, this is what Muppetiers has come out with. Muppetiers is kind of reliable for United news. He gets some things right, etc. Some things I think he just obviously he just goes with the media, innit, I think. But sometimes he does say things and it does materialize. But he's basically just breaking it down with all the players, what's going on them. He's saying Rashford, he's prioritizing a move to Barcelona. He will look to force a loan, which we all know already that. Hojlund, interest from Inter remains. For now, United want a deal they can count immediately for squad costs. Wages not a significant savings. Because Hojlund's already on a low wage because, we never gave him nothing crazy. We want the money for Hojlund now. There's no point putting him on loan and saving the wages or getting halves on the wages. That don't save us nothing. The money we'll get now for Hojlund will be that perfect. Garnacho only wants a club in the Premier League. It's quiet for now because remember, the PSR thing ends on the 30th of June. So when the PSR thing ends, which is tomorrow more or less, and then the 1st of July, it's a whole new year for PSR. Everyone has a year from tomorrow to basically do what they want to do. You can lose as much money, you can spend, blah, blah, blah. So from the 1st of July, you're going to see transfers start going crazy now because it's like a clean slate for everyone to spend. So then we might start seeing some movement for Garnacho. So right this second, we can't see nothing for Garnacho because PSR is stopping things. Aston Villa can't spend. They're in danger. They're looking at selling their women's team to themselves. They're trying to put a Chelsea on us. Do you understand? That's the situation with Garnacho. And then we got sales priority for significant investment with a Natin. Because obviously we want a striker, but we have to sell. Gyokeres believed to be the strongest candidate and best fit but it's complicated by Arsenal's preference. We already know it's up to Arsenal. We're second in command right now. It's not ideal to be there, but it is where it is, isn't it? This is where we are. We finished 15th. We're second in command, isn't it? If Arsenal go for Gyokeres, we're done. If Arsenal go for what's it called? For Sesko, we've got a chance. And I've got some news about Sesko as well and Gyokeres, which I spoke about yesterday's show, but I'll show it to some of you. Look, don't worry. And then we basically just got Ekitike's long-standing interest, recent checks, but his fee is too high. He's had one kind of good season. He ain't even had a season where he smashed it. He just had an okay season. A lot of people think he's the next start, but his fee is too crazy. Frankfurt are really trying to go ham with that fee. They're saying 63 million, 80 million. It's just mad. And then we got United plans to raise funds and see how their priority target situations evolve. So basically, after we've sold however players we sell, remember, if we sell Garnacho or Rashford, we can buy a striker straight away. That's they've come from our academy. So the money we'll get from them, we can buy a striker straight away. We got money. But if we don't sell them, we got to sell like Anthony and Sancho, etc. Hojlund and another man type of thing. So once we've done that, it might be too late. Gyokeres might be gone by then. All these targets might be gone. So what he's trying to say is, by the time we've raised the money, then we'll see where we're at. If Gyokeres is gone and Ekitike and all these main ones are gone, then United could turn to other names they've been offered or watched recently, such as Mateta, Ramos, but no clear alternatives as of yet. Other names could definitely come forward, but yeah, this is him saying Mateta. I ain't heard Mateta once. Do you understand? We ain't been linked with him once. I've seen that PSG have offered us Ramos, but I don't think Ramos, we will buy him. I think that would be like a loan. Come here for one season. Let's see what you got, and then we'll make our decision if we want to keep you or not. That's the situation with the strikers. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Then we got Garnacho. This is what I want to say about this year. I wanted to basically ask you what you lot think. Yeah, Chelsea are paying 55 million for Jamie Gittens. Yeah, look at Gittens' stats this season. This geezer scored 12. He scored what's he scored this season? 8 goals in the Bundesliga and 3 assists this season. I went for 55 million. What do you lot think Garnacho is worth then? I don't understand. Because people are telling me we won't get, because we're quoting him for 70 million. People are saying that's crazy. Obviously, I think the market is crazy anyway. The market's gone mad where everyone's getting quoted some crazy prices. But what do you lot think Garnacho is worth then? Because this Jamie Gittens is the same they're the same age. They're both 20. Both Garnacho and Gittens are 20 years old. Goal and assist in club competitions in the last 2 seasons. In the last 2 seasons, Gittens has got 22. You can count that there yourself. It's there in front of you, yeah? He's got 22 goals and assists in the last 2 seasons. Garnacho is 20 years old in the best league, and he's got 36. Garnacho. So I don't understand. This market is mad because I can't even see Garnacho going for 70, and we don't sell well. So what do you think is a good price for Garnacho? Because this is madness. 8 goals and 3 assists, and you went for 55 million. 8 goals and 3 assists. That's it. Come on, man. 32 games in the Bundesliga, 8 goals, 3 assists, and he got 4 goals in the Champions League. Do you understand? Garnacho is worth 60 plus 7. Mate, he's got to be worth something more because this new market is crazy. I don't know if you lot are seeing what's going on with all the bids getting rejected every minute. I'm going to put something on after as well. But this new market is madness, man. 55 million. I've never heard the skeezer's name like that. I've seen his name sometimes like just pop up. Oh, there's equal Gittens, but he's never lit up that league where it's like you know about him properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you hear about Rafael Leao for the Italian league and them sort of players. They're over there doing what they're doing. Cavascalia, when he was at Napoli, I ain't heard about Gittens going mad over there. Sancho was going mad when he was his age. Do you know what I'm saying? But 55 million is crazy, bro. This is what I'm saying. So Garnacho, I don't even think we'll get 70 million. We want 70 million, and I can't even see us getting it. But what I'm just trying to think, and I'm saying, if he's going for 55, what are we going to go for? Is it in in the caveat that many teams in Italy, Germany, France are not buying, but mainly selling only. Yeah, but that's what happens though, isn't it? They're looking at it like, they're obviously, what they're doing is they're getting all these players for cheap, building them up, and then they just sell them for, it's like they're selling clubs, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And German is the worst. See the German league, they just buy in the German league. Bayern just buys all the stars in that league. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've got Jonathan Tah, guy in there, I swear, and he just come from Bayer Leverkusen. How does that even make sense? Jonathan Tah's guy in there from Bayer Leverkusen. They wanted Florian Wirtz from Leverkusen. They just buy all the best players in that league. They bought Lewandowski before, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was from Dortmund. It's crazy. It's like Man City or something, just buying the best players in the league in the Prem. It's crazy. Like, we're just selling them into it. Like, your best striker will go there. There's no competition, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the situation. Arsenal are considering making a new bid. Victor Gyokeres plus 70 plus 10 million. CM Journal, shaky. It's a Portuguese source. It's a bit shaky. But I've got some stuff about Arsenal and Gyokeres and Sesko anyway. It came out yesterday, but I'll show you. Don't worry. So I don't know about that one there too. But it could happen, it could not. Like and subscribe. Anyone new here, make sure you like and subscribe, man. Man United, love for that, man. Always coming true. I think we are fixated on Gyokeres. We should get Mateta, a cheaper option. Mateta, proven striker in the league. 100. I rate Mateta as well. But what I think it is here with Mateta, is that I heard he signed a new contract. He's happy at Palace. He's happy. He wants to play Europa with them. He's signing a new contract. If we was in the Champions League right now, we can get any player we wanted. Our first choices are coming to us. But we're not in no competition. You've got Mateta playing a competition for the first time with Palace. Is he really going to come? That's what apparently he's being said. And he's not 40 million apparently. Because he's signing a new contract, they're probably going to do what they've done with Cunha, put something in there like 65 million. You know what I'm saying? A little clause in there for his release clause. So it's not going to be 40 million no more. Because I was hearing he's 40 million. I'm like, let's go for him. Like, why are we going for the lap? Go for Mateta. But apparently he's not 40 million. So he's looking at a contract, but we could go for him. Muppetiers has said, if we are, obviously, I think our main target is Gyokeres, as it's been reported by so much people. We're waiting on Arsenal to see what happens with there. And then if we can go for Gyokeres, we'll go for Gyokeres. But if that is gone, that situation's gone, Arsenal's got him or something, then we'll start looking at the Matetas and the Ramos and that. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, apparently he's not 40 million. He's meant to be 60s or something. It's more expensive than it is. He doesn't even want to leave. He's happy, apparently. But obviously, if we're coming to the door and we've got Mbeumo and Cunha behind you now, you're making think. And Eze is proper linked with Arsenal as well. So Eze might leave there and it might look a bit shaky for him. Like, oh, I'm getting into this Europa and we might not be able to win it. So that's the situation. But yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about right now, though, is this transfer window, which is cooked. 55 million for Gittens. The man got 9, 10, 11 goals and assists, which is crazy, bro. 55 million for 11 goals and assists. That is what's going on. And then you got this. Look at what has been getting quoted. 50 million got rejected for João Pedro yesterday for Newcastle. Newcastle bidded 50 million and it got rejected. We got rejected for 62.5, or not rejected, but proposal, whatever you call it. They're quoting 70 million for Semenyo. Zara Emery, I put an article the other day, he's 85 million now. Gyokeres is 85. That's what the president is saying, and they're having passer. So they're going to sort that out soon and tell us what he's really worth. But it's saying that he wants 80 million euros or 90, whatever. We don't know yet. No one knows. Is that it's 150 just to get in the table? Like, it's mad. But just look at this. And then you look at the bottom one. Newcastle obviously made a bid for Alanga, 45 million. And they value him at 60 million. Forest wants 60 million for Alanga. And there was a lot of people, and I had to put this in there. I had to put Mbeumo in there because there's a lot of people telling us to walk away from the Mbeumo deal yesterday. Oh, you lot should walk away. We have to walk away. But look at what's going on. Look at what Mbeumo was giving you for 63 to 65 million. And then you can go and get Alanga, who got basically half of what he got, and he's basically the same price. This is why the market's cooked. This is what we're dealing with now. Joe Pedro, how much goals has he scored? He scored a few penalties. That's it. Look, they're rejecting 50 mil. What's he going to be, 55? And then you got Mbeumo for 63 to 65, and people want us to walk away. And look, and on this list as well, I haven't even got Kudus. Kudus is 75 million. Kudus. No one even hears his name anymore. This is what we're dealing with now, man. This is how it's gone mad now. The valuations are cooked. It's gone crazy. Do you understand? Kudus, his name was ringing. Not last season, the season before. Everyone was talking about Kudus. He's a baller, blah, blah, blah. Who's talking about Kudus anymore? Not saying that he's rubbed out because he causes problems and he's still a little danger. But I'm trying to say is, listen, mate, the market is finished. So you lot that want us to walk away from this Mbeumo deal for a few different millions, you got to look around and say, if we leave that deal, who are we going to get that's going to be cheaper, or it's going to be, we're not getting bumped, basically. This is all the quotes that's going around. 70 million for Semenyo. See, Semenyo, he's had the most shots in the league. This is a stat for you lot, yeah? Semenyo's had the most shots in the league, and he's missed majority of them. He's got one of the poorest shot conversion rates. He's a good player. Dribbling, one, twos, he's good. He's a good player. But shooting, he always misses. He scores, he barely scores. So this will be exactly like getting Garnacho, basically. A more cleaner version of Garnacho. He'll beat his man. He's more good with it. He's got speed, but he don't score a lot of goals. His shot conversion rate was the worst in the league at one stage because he takes a lot of shots, but he never scores. So this is what I'm trying to say. That's 70 million. But we got Garnacho, and what are we going to sell him for? No one knows what he'll go for. We tell people 70 million. Oh, no way. But what's he going to go for? And you got Gittens, that's in the German league, getting 55 million for him, and he had 11 goals and assists in 32 games in the Bundesliga. 11 goals in 32 games in the Bundesliga. Do you know how slow that league is? And he's 11 goals. Come on, man. This is crazy. So what do you not think? What do you not think Mbeumo's worth? I want to actually hear what some people think Mbeumo's worth. Because if this is his stats, 20 goals and what's that, 8 or 9? 20 goals and 8 assists. And then you got Alanga there that's probably got half of what he's got. 4 assists and 10 goals or something on 60 million. Alanga's worth 60 million. What is Mbeumo worth? That's what I'm trying to say. If we was to leave that deal, what would make sense then for us to go and get? Because this is what they're getting quoted. João Pedro should not be 60 million. There's no way. He's not done enough. I see he does a little good, like he drops in. He's a bit like a Xerxes type of player. He does a few, he looks good in the eye, but he doesn't score loads of goals. I've only seen him really score penalties. Like, come on, man. He shouldn't be 60 million, man. This has gone mad. It's gone mad. So that's the situation, man, with the transfer market. It's overflated right now. It's gone crazy. Palace is in a better place for next season compared to us from a player's point of view. Had we got Champions League, as we got Champions League, we'll have Gyokeres already. All these players, we'll have them already. You know what I mean? That's the situation. We didn't get Champions League. We finished 15th. Now we got to be nitpicking. Obviously, Cunha wanted to come and Mbeumo wanted to come. Lucky for us. We're still Man United. We're big. But other players, it's like, oh, I want Champions League right now. They're looking at competitions. It's not really the mentality we want, but you got to look at it as yourself, innit? Like, you can light up the big stage. So this is what's going on. Gone are the days where the players were loyal to one club. That was a better situation because the club and supporters will support that player more. 100%, man. 100%. 100%. That's why a lot of people are bigging up Cunha because they're saying, listen, he wasn't hearing it. He came straight to Man United. Arsenal were in for him in January. Newcastle wanted him. And he said, no, I'm going to Man United. And he even said it when he first came. He's like, people think I'm mad. But this is just for you to understand that how much I really love the club. Like, you'll see, like, so this is what I'm saying. We already have enough Muppets at the club. We say Muppetiers. It's crazy. I think all this confusion around Gyokeres is made by the agent to try and get his price up because teams are not lining up to fight for his signature. This window is crazy. A few teams have though, man. It's been us. Juventus wanted him as well. And obviously Arsenal, we don't know. It's a weird one. Obviously, I'll show you what Ben Jacobs is saying. But Apart from that, it's a bit of a weird one. Still, I'll be real. Like he should have way more teams in for him, but it's like I don't know. It's weird, man. I find it a bit weird as well. This guy plays FIFA every day. Yeah. Every day he comes in and says a list of all the players he wants. Madman. I have always said we're going to get him for around 68 million to get the deal done. Who's this? Mbeumo, yeah? So this is what I'm trying to say. 68 million. People want us to walk away and we're only on 62.5 right now. 62.5. I don't think we're going to go past 65. And I think that is a deal. When you look at this market now, look at this, what's in our screen right now. Nottingham Forest immediately rejected Newcastle's 45 million bid for Elanga. Understand they value him at 60 million. Anthony Elanga. Let me bring up his stats. Anthony Elanga. The man probably scored about 10 goals. Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Six goals and 11 assists. Anthony Elanga. 6 goals and 11 assists. 6 goals and 11 assists in 36 games. Come on, bro. And then look at the guy in front of us right now. 20 goals and 8 assists. And he's 3 million or what? 5 million more than him. And people want us to walk away. Come on. You're going mad. This is what the market is now. 60 million for Elanga for 6 goals and 11 assists. And then you've got a geezer that's got 20 goals and 8 assists. And people are saying, walk away. It's too much. We're getting our pants pulled down. How? Just, bro, 65 is calm. 65, you've got a bargain, if anything, now. Because this market is cooked. Zaire Emery for 85 million. He hasn't even touched the PSG starting lineup in like a year. He doesn't start. You got Vitinha, Ruiz, and João Neves. There's the front three. He doesn't even start. He's going for 85 million. This is what they're saying. Semenyo. It's mad, man. It's gone crazy. João Pedro. And then you got Kudus. Kudus is worth 85 million, they're saying. 75 million, 85 million. That's what they want for him. Mitoma. Mitoma is a good player. I like Mitoma. But Brighton, I've said 85 million or something like that as well. Really, like, they've set him something mad as well. Not saying that he might not be worth it. Mitoma's a baller. I like Mitoma, but 85 is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the numbers now, you would think these players are getting like 20 goals a season. Like, that's something like you hear like Salah on that. What's Salah on? 120 million. What's people going to say about Salah? It's crazy, man. He just won the Golden Boot. 65, 70 is a bargain for Mbeumo. Today's valuation. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I agree with you, Stephen. I agree with you. I agree with you still. 65 million, because look at what's going on. If you look at what you're seeing now on the screen and you think Mbeumo's 20 goals and 8 assists, we should really be getting quoted a bit higher then. If you're scoring 20 goals in the Prem, you should be on a madness. You got Anthony Elanga with 6 goals, 11 assists, and he's quoted 60 million. That's mad. There's a max limit on Mbeumo, which may be around 60. Yeah, I would say about 65. I would say about 65. If the add-ons push it to 70, I'd not mind. Because remember, you lot are forgetting something, you know? Add-ons are not 100%. You don't 100% have to get the add-ons. They might be so hard that you don't get them. So when we bidded and it was 55 million plus 7.5 add-ons, they might not get 5 million of them add-ons. It might be Mbeumo wins a Ballon d'Or, 3 million. If we finish in a Champions League spot, 2 million. If Mbeumo scores 15 goals, 10 assists, another 1 million. That might be the add-ons. They might not ever get that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what add-ons are. They're kind of hard. Some of them are easy. Some of them are like, if he makes 10 appearances, we'll give you 600k. If he scores an assist in the same game, we'll give you $1 million. You know, like stuff like that. So that's what they might be arguing over, just silly stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope Elanga goes for 60 million. We get 20%. Yeah. We get a 20% sell-on clause, but I don't think they will do it. Newcastle are moving Bougie. They've had 3 bids in 24 hours, all refused. James Trafford, they bidded for him 25 million or something. They want 35, rejected. João Pedro, 50 million, rejected. Elanga, 45 million, rejected. 48 hours, I think it is. 3 bids. I remember they wanted Cunha and Mbeumo, and they both looking like they're coming to us. So for Newcastle, it's not looking good right now. Everyone they want in is just going different. And I think João Pedro rejected them himself as well. I think he said it's a myth. And Chelsea's like in there in the box seat right now for him. Alanga's 6 goals are valued too high. That's 10 million per goal. Trust me. Mate, the guy got 6 goals, 11 assists. And they're saying 45 million bid for him, got rejected. They value him at 60 million. Chat, this is what I'm saying to you lot. You lot got to see what's going on right now. The market is crazy. So I get people saying, we're getting our pants pulled down because we paid the 62.5 what they asked for. They asked for Cunha money, and we're basically giving that. But you got to remember, we gave them 55. We paid Cunha 62.5. Do you remember that? It's 62.5 that the Wolves are going to get that. It's in installments, but they're going to get the whole 62.5. They're saying they want the same thing. Give us 62.5 and we're cool. We only gave them 55. The 7 is add-ons. The 7 is not 100%. The add-ons might be hard add-ons. This is what I'm trying to say. So if we push the fee up to 60 and they say, all right, here's 5 million in add-ons, it might be like, all right, cool, no problem. We're definitely getting our 60. The 55 is too low for Mbeumo. That's how they're looking at it. Like, what? You got a Langa going for 60. Look at the difference. And then Mbeumo, it's not like he scored 20 goals, 8 assists this season, but he's been doing this every season where he's scoring goals as well. Remember that. Let me get into some of the Pedro. Don't rate him. I don't see the hype in him. I don't really. And he's all right, innit? He's a bit of he comes close to the ball. He might take on a 1-2 player, but he's not banging in goals left, right, and centre. He's a striker. Danny Welbeck scoring more goals than him over there in Brighton. Surely. I see more Danny Welbeck headers, bailed him out of trouble. Do you know what I'm saying? I see more João Pedro scoring penalties. And obviously he scored against us in when we first played them, innit? They won 2-1. Last second of the game, João Pedro scored a header, but that's it. You barely see him doing anything. Chelsea buying more players. Chelsea want to buy the whole world. I just don't understand. You just got Delap, you got Jackson, you got Nkunku, João Felix, and now you're buying João Pedro. I don't know what they're trying to do, bro. They're trying to do some, I don't know, bro. They got all 10 keepers. They're loaning some out. They're just stacked. I don't know what they're on. I don't know what they're trying to do. Every time a club tries to buy a player, Chelsea come in and panic buy and stop their rivals. Chelsea's usually good at thing, though. When they come in for a player, they usually get them, though. That's one thing about them. But I just feel like they're overdoing it with the players. They're just buying too much players. I don't get it. But like I said, here we go for the Jamie Gittens. 55 million for this geezer, and he's got 11 goals and assists in the Bundesliga. He's played 32 games in the Bundesliga this season, and he's only got 11 goals and assists, and he got bought for 55 million. What the hell are we selling Garnacho for? The last 2 seasons, this Gittens guy has only look at the season before. The man got 2 goals and 5 assists, 34 games. So in the last 2 seasons, this Gittens geezer has only got 22 goals and assists in the Bundesliga. He's gone for 55 million. And we've got Garnacho in the last 2 seasons had 36 goals and assists. Come on. We should be getting more money for Garnacho. Garnacho could become something in it in the future. Let's be real. Do you understand? If he fixes his attitude and just learns a few things like when to pass and stop shooting 100 times a game, he might become something serious as well. But bro, what are we gonna get for Garnacho? Because I can't see us getting 70 million for him. That's just because Man United, we sell shit. But bro, look at what's going on here. 55 million for this geezer. The market is cooked, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Pedro, however, scores more goals than our current strikers combined. He probably does. Everyone scores more goals than him, though. Mbeumo scored 20 goals. Our whole strike force, all 4 of them, scored 21. Have you not seen that stat? I posted it a few times now. Mbeumo scored 20 goals, and our whole strike force scored 21 goals last season. Let me show you right now, for those that don't believe me. So that's not hard. What you're telling me isn't hard about Pedro. Anyone can do that. Anyone can do that. Let me show you something. Brian Mbeumo scored just one league goal fewer than Man United's entire attack this season. 20 goals for Brian Mbeumo. Man United's attack, 21. Look at the picture. Garnacho, Ahmad, Xerxes, Hojlund. Obviously, Ahmad got injured for a long time and whatnot, and right wing back's his main position anyway. Like, he's not... When he's in the 10, I don't think he's doing much. I think every time he's played right wing back, he's always balled out. But yeah, look at that. So... I believe you, bro. I don't even have to do my research, CRM. I believe you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been terrible. So if you look at them two there, and you look at all them four, and you see Mbeumo done that by himself, you got to be worried. Literally. If Gittens is that good, why is his club selling him? 55 million. Would you not sell him? Dortmund. Remember, this is a German club, 55 million. So that's like, let's say 60-something euros. That could be all 60, 70 euros for them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. Do you understand? I'm not saying he's good. I ain't seen him enough. Everything I've heard about this Gittens guy is he takes on players. That's all Chelsea fans keep saying. His take on is good. He's dribbling. But the end product, when it comes to the goals, so what Garnacho was taking on players at one stage, right? We ain't got a problem with Garnacho for taking on players. It's the end product, right? The assist, the goals. When you're one-on-one with a keeper, you keep missing. That's my problem. And look at his end product. 8 goals in 32 games and 3 assists. That's 11 goals and assists in 32 games. That's crazy. So that's my thing, innit? I don't know him. I can't judge him. He might be worth 55 million. That might be a steal. Do you understand? We might be looking at this in a year and saying, rah, Dortmund got bumped. They should give them more money. But from what I've seen, Chelsea fans talking about and raving, and all they're talking about is his take-ons. His take-ons are good, blah, blah, blah. So if his take-ons are all this good and he plays as a winger, where's the end product? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And look at that. That's the last 4 years or whatever it is. There's nothing really shows where he's like where's the shooting boots and the assists. That's all I'm saying. In these leagues as well, where's the German league? This ain't the Prem. Do you understand? If you're doing this in the Prem and you're, no problem. You're doing this in the Bundesliga. So you're going to come to the Prem now, where it's the hardest league, the best defenders. And what's he going to do there? If he's scoring 11 goals in 32 games, he can't do that in the Prem. That would be a bad season for him. At Chelsea, if you've got Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Prem, and you score 11 goals, come on. Not even 11 goals, 8 goals. So yeah, that's my situation anyway with that. I just think I'm not even here to diss him or nothing. I'm just saying, I don't really know this geezer. He's getting 11 goals and assists, 22 goals and assists in 2 years. Garnacho's got 36. My thing is, how much is Garnacho? What can we sell him for? If this geezer can go for 55 million, I saw this tweet about this FPL Fraser, and I said, yeah, that's a good tweet. That's a good question. Gittens went for 55 million for Chelsea. How much should United demand for him? And I've seen that we've been saying 70 million, but I've been sitting there every day saying, we're not going to get 70 million for Garnacho. We don't sell good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't sell good players. Like, we don't sell for good prices. But now I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the market. I'm looking at him, 55 million for Gittens. I'm looking at this list here, and everyone that's bids have been rejected. Semenyo's quote was 70 million. Tottenham wanted him. We wanted him. We said, no, it's long. I think we wanted him as a backup to Mbeumo. João Pedro, who I think he's all right. He's a bit silky, but goals-wise, because he's meant to be a striker, I don't think I've seen enough from him to say he should be worth anything over 55 million. Because they bidded for him 50 million and they rejected it. Elanga, who scored 6 goals and 11 assists, is going for 60 million. And there were people in my chat yesterday saying we should walk away from the deal. So I'm sitting there saying, if Elanga is going for 60 million, and let's say Brentford only want 3-4 million, we bid at 55 million plus 7. So let's say if we went to 60 million up front plus 5, mate, 5 more mil than Elanga, and this guy scored 20 goals and 8 assists. We're getting it. We're stealing him then. We're robbing him. We need 60 plus for Ghana. Even if it's 50 plus 10, that would be pure football. Exactly. If we get 50 million for Garnacho, by the way, you lot, we can spend 150 because he's from the academy. You get to spend 3 times the amount. And you got to remember, all these deals now, they're all done in installments anyway. So think about it. If we get 50 mil, we can go and buy Gyokeres. Oh, what's going to be 70 mil? We'll give you 15 million every year till whatever. You still got all your money to spend. So Garnacho and Rashford, pure profit. And that's what opens the door. We can spend as much as we want after that. But them two are looking like the least likely to go for money right now. Garnacho, obviously I said 1st of July, we'll start seeing more offers for him or whatever, or more interest. But and Rashford only wants Barcelona, and they only want to loan him. They said they didn't have no money. Nico Williams has come out of nowhere, and now they want to pay his release clause. So you know what they're doing, innit? They're not really prioritizing Rashi like that. Those facts you showed speak for themselves. Exactly, bro. Come on, bro. Chelsea a bit confused. They got too much attackers, bro. I don't understand. Remember, they still got Modric as well to get rid of. João Felix has come back. They tried to send him to AC Milan. AC Milan said, we're not buying him. I don't know what's up with João Felix. He looks like a baller, everything like, but it's like everywhere he goes, it just don't work. Weird, man. I'm surprised Chelsea did not come in for Mbeumo. Then I would be worried if they get him. They would look very dangerous. They would be. You know what's crazy, yeah? Everyone says Mbeumo's a good player. Every player is a good player until they're linked to Man United. And then it's like, he's not all that. Bruv, if Mbeumo went to any other team in the top 6, Newcastle, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, everyone will be talking about it. Oh my God, they're looking scary. But when it's us, people start saying, we don't know. Oh, they ruin everyone, which is kind of true. But, bro, we ain't done the Prem thing in forever. And the last times we done the Prem thing, when we bought Prem players, were Mason Mount and Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. That's the last time we bought Prem players. We ain't built no players in their prime from Prem. That was, this is proper Prem players. Maguire, we spent 80 million. Like, come on. We went mad. But now we're switching up the whole team. Cunha, Mbeumo, we can only get better. From what we had, Garnacho, Hojlund, to switch it up now, we can only get better. And they can all play across the front line. So it's beneficial, man. But everyone's just like, the guy Man United, it's going to ruin him. It's long. Chelsea just hoarding players to sell later. They have like 26. They got every single position stacked. You got to remember, they just got gittens. They got gittens, Neto, Modric, Madueke. He's not even coming off the bench in the Club World Cup, by the way. Who else they got there? Who else they got in the wing? They still got Estevio that plays for Palmeiras. He's coming next year, I think he is. They bought Quenda. You know Quenda, the one that used to play for Sporting. That's 6 wingers just off my head. I can't remember. Drewsbury Hall, where does he play? Does he play on the wing? I don't even know. But like, they've got so much players, you can't keep up. And you've got Jackson, Delap, and Nkuku. João Pedro is just like Nkuku. He's never going to be the last line of defense. You're never going to cross the ball and he's going to be there to put his toe on it. He's a cut in and he comes for the ball, etc. type of player. So I don't know what they're doing, bro. Gittens don't know much about him. Could be a hidden gem for Chelsea if it works out for him. Yeah, 100%. This is what I'm saying. I wasn't dissing him, innit? I didn't come here to diss him. I don't know him. But I'm just saying, if a man's going for 11 goals and assists in the Bundesliga, like 55 million, what is Garnacho going for? And he's got nearly double amount of his goals and assists in the last 2 years. That's all I was saying. I was using that as an excuse. I don't know him. He might be sick. But all I'm hearing Chelsea fans talk about him, they're not saying, look at his goals, look at his compilation. They're talking about his dribbling and take-ons. He's got one of the best take-on rates in the world, like take-ons. What are we doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Garnacho takes on players. And a lot of us are still not happy with him because he shoots too much and it just goes wide, or his final third actions are always just kind of off, his pass or whatever. So take-ons don't mean nothing when you come to the Prem. You know what I'm saying? You need more to a game, innit? But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if this geezer's going for that, what is Garnacho worth? Kind of appreciate we got Lenny Yoro last year for sure. He will be turning us down for sure. Chelsea. Remember, Lenny Yoro wanted Real Madrid. This is what I tell people about the Gyokeres situation, innit? People say, Arsenal, my man wanted to go Arsenal, we're prioritising. And you got to think about it. Lenny Yoro wanted to go Real Madrid. That's his dream club. Real Madrid wanted him, but they wanted him on a free. What they just done with Trent, Mbappe, they've done it with a few players. They wait for them to basically drop their last 6 months, get in their head, and then they leave for free, and then they just get them for free. That's what Real Madrid like doing to players. They was going to do that with Lenny Euro, and then we convinced him, and he came to us. Xerxes was so close to AC Milan. Xerxes was close to AC Milan. Everyone knows that. Fab was reporting it. We went in there, convinced him. With Gyokeres, it's more or less the same. I don't think Ineos is praying that Gyokeres prefers Arsenal. They're looking at it like, cool, we hear it, innit? He's going Arsenal. He wants to go Arsenal, Champions League, etc. But they might not go in for him. If they don't go in for him, he said he wants to go Prem. So that's the thing with Euro. That's why we got to big him up as well, because he turned around and just come. But no one ain't doing an outrage for that. Do you get it? Since he's come, no one will talk about it because he wanted to go Real Madrid. It's not in England. Do you get what I'm saying? AC Milan, Xerxes, it's not in England. So no one was talking about that. But we know that he was going Real Madrid and he wanted to go. That's his dream move. So that's what I say. But it is dope, though, that we've got him, though. He's definitely one for the future. Chelsea at one stage were looking at Euro. They've looked at everyone. Chelsea have looked at every single person. So, yeah, Mbeumo, he's played there before. I heard he's played as a striker for Brentford about 15 times or something. And I think he's got, I don't know his stats. I'll be making it up. But he's played there a few times. He definitely played there against Chelsea and scored a goal. I can't remember who else. Quenda will be loaned out for the next 8 years. I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Their thing is different over there. Do you think any of our youngsters are going to be given a chance this season? I'm looking at CM and attack. Sekou Kone is going on loan to Lausanne, who is like a Swiss, Ineos' Swiss club. So, yeah, I don't know what else is going to happen. It's crazy. You never know with Chelsea. This is the situation with Sesko, yeah, and Gyokeres, isn't it? For those that missed it yesterday, basically Ben Jacobs, who's been reliable. See, a lot of you love Fabrizio, yeah. See, Fabrizio, he comes at the end of stuff loads of times. This is what I've realized. Someone else will pull it out there, and then at the end, Fabrizio will come and then he will put report, like basically this is the guy that broke the news. Here we go, whatever. Ben Jacobs has been reliable. He's been telling man about bids, etc., coming out with it, and then it's always on him. And he came out yesterday. I played the video, so if you ain't seen it, you can go to the stream yesterday. I played the video, and he just said, listen, Arsenal want Sesko, but what this new director of football they got, who his name is Berta, what he does is he gets two players that are like basically that they want. He lines them up, does all the groundwork, agrees personal term with both of them, and at the end, he just pulls the trigger on one and said, yeah, I want you. They always wanted Sesko. They've been wanting Sesko for 18 months. Edu, Arteta, it was Sesko. You ask an Arsenal fan that follows this, he'll say, we've been linked for Sesko 18 months. But he wanted to stay at Leipzig himself last year, and this year, it's the year for him. His agents already said, he followed them on Insta the other day. Remember, Fabrizio was talking about it. But Ben Jacobs has basically just come out and said, listen, he prefers to go to Arsenal. And he said, if it dropped to 70 million, the price, because remember, they were quoting 80 to 100 million. So he said, if the price was to drop to about 70 million, I could see them going for it. But right now, it's so messy. So what he's doing, he's playing a smart game. If he goes to Leipzig, which is Sesko's club, and says, yo, I'm offering you 60 million, and they turn around and go, nah, we want more, and play some game, they're going to have in their head, listen, we can't really play that game because they're very linked to Gyokeres. Vice versa. If he goes for Gyokeres, Sporting's going to know, let's just take the money now because they're very in for Sesko. So if they won't play this game, but they'll just end up going for Sesko. So that's the situation. They're playing the game, but Ben Jacobs is saying, if they had to pick, and if it all goes to plan, the prices that they want, they're going to go for Sesko. Because he even said, even if Sesko was 70 million and Gyokeres was 60 million, yeah? If Sesko was 70 and Gyokeres was 60, Gyokeres will still cost more because of the wages, the agent fees, etc. It will still be more because of the age and etc. With Sesko, it will be cheaper. He's only 21 or something like that. Or I don't know his age, but he's young and he's a project. You can give him time. Gyokeres, you can't give him time. He needs to hit the ground running now. He's 27. He's in his prime. He's ready now. So there's a lot of financials to it as well. It's a mad one. But yeah, so basically, like I said to you, he basically said, if this price got dropped to about 70 million euros, 60 something, 59, I'm sure that they'll probably go for him. And then as soon as he said that, this came out. And that's from Sportbild, which is a German source. Yeah, it's meant to be reliable for German news. And it basically said Leipzig have lowered their asking price for Benjamin Sesko with 70 million plus some bonuses. And that's now more realistic because they were asking for 80 to 100 million, you know, for Sesko, project striker. The geezer scored 13 goals. Omar Mamouche left that league in January. By the end of May, he still had more goals than Sesko. This is why I don't want the geezer nowhere near us. I can't deal with no more project strikers. But yeah, Sportbild come out and said that. And then the Mirror, which is in England, basically said the same thing. If you read the article, it says Arsenal have been handed a boost in their pursuit of Benjamin Sesko because they've dropped their price. There was reportedly asking for 80 million euros to 100 million. That's what they were saying. Now they've changed it, and now they only want 70 million euros, which is 59.7 in pounds. And that's enough for the 22-year-old. He's not 21, he's 22. So it seems more reliable now for Sesko. And yeah, there's been more reports as well that basically from Sammy Mockbell, other journalists saying, yo, if they had to pick, it will be Sesko. So it's seeming like they're going to go for Sesko at the moment. I hope they do. But this is all chat. Like you said, Arsenal are keeping their cards close to their chest. So no one knows what's going to happen. What's going on with Mbeumo? Nothing really. This is just what's came out today, literally today about Mbeumo, is that the second bids were kind of close, blah, blah, blah. They're just doing up the base fees. What you haven't basically heard before, but Graham Bailey is standing tall and saying, yo, the medicals next week. Alex Cook said the medicals next week. Salih said the medicals next week. So there's a few men saying basically the agreement's done and they're just basically haggling over agent fees and add-ons. But it's done. And they're still standing tall and saying the medical is next week. They're not having it. So it's mad. We don't know what's going to happen. It's next week, tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Maggie, I'm glad we have the news that came out of nowhere. Yeah, that was mad. We're getting Gakpo. Yeah, it's true. He's got, see, for Fabrizio, he's got a few here he goes wrong as well. That's what I'm saying to him, man. I say, yo, sometimes he jumps the gun. But I get it, innit? He's proved himself and got himself to this level where when you get a here we go, more time you're gas. But there's been a few here we goes and it's gone back. Like, it's not happened. United should go for Leao and Mbeumo and Gyokeres. We've got Cunha, though. Cunha and Mbeumo. We can't really get Leao, innit? It won't really work. And he's not going to sit on the bench. We've got one competition as well. You know what I mean? You want Gyokeres or Osman. We can't risk anyone else. 100%. I'm with you, man. Always, man. 100%. I'm with you with that one. So, yeah, man, everyone knows anyway. If they go for Sesko, Gyokeres has got a clean path to us. He doesn't want Juventus. He's already said he wants the Prem. So, it cannot go left. Like, how? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, if he doesn't go to Arsenal, Ruben still got the link with him. He fits the system as well. Because you can go out there and get another striker. And then it's the same thing as last year. Oh, he doesn't know the system yet. We got to bed him in. We ain't got time for that, bro. Just bring someone in that knows the system. Osman, 100%. He's a man. He doesn't like, or Gyokeres. Any of them two, I'm comfortable. And I'm sitting there laughing like, yeah, we're going to be putting away teams. And I ain't going to tell you the last time I felt like that. Like, we can 3-4-0 a team. I can't tell you the last time I felt like that. Literally. Every Man United fan, when we're going to play these Liverpools and Arsenals, everyone's scared. Oh, we're going to get moved to, blah, blah, blah. And then we always kind of do all right. But we can't be going into games like that. We need to be confident. When I'm chatting to my Arsenal friends, they think they're going to win every single game 3-4-0. Oh, we're going to beat them 3-0. Everton, 0-0. Southampton, oh, we'll beat them. Every single game, especially the championship teams, they think they're going to destroy all of them. That's the confidence that we need. Like, as United, bruv, they come in OT. Oh, we'll see. You know what I mean? Fortress. So, yeah, that's what he said about Sesko. All these reports have been coming out about Gyokeres. Every day we've got a new report. Look at the time and the date at the bottom. 27th, 26th, 25th. Every day something's linking Gyokeres to Man United. He's more open. Abola PT, they're kind of reliable for Portuguese because I see Fabrizio quote them on something. And they're basically saying Gyokeres reopens the door to Amorim. So I don't know. Like, it seems like something's going on in the background. They might have just told him, listen, we're ready to go for Sesko now. And he's putting out all these reports, letting it be known, Man United, come for me. But I know we got to sell someone before we can even go for him. So I don't know what's going on. Sesko is going to Arsenal. Gyokeres going nowhere at Sporting. Gyokeres has to leave. He's on a strike. So Gyokeres is striked, bro. He said he's not coming training, nothing. He has to go. He can't stay there. He's already said he's going. So Gyokeres has to leave. He cannot stay there. The Portuguese player Leao is very talented. Don't hear much about him though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's a bit... The AC Milan fans seem to think he's inconsistent and they watch him the most. I don't watch him that much. I've seen a 1-2s where he's dribbling and he looks good, etc. But yeah, I don't know what it is, man. He gets a lot of hype. I don't know if the price is too crazy though. His price might be mad. But no one is like proper linked with him. You got Arsenal fans linked with Rodrigo, Eze for the left wing. You don't hear that about Leao, about no one. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Leao would be a good addition with Cunha. Where would he play him? That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing about this year, yeah? We've got Cunha and Mbeumo. No one's going to want to come to the team to sit on the bench and be a backup to them. We've got 1 game a week. It's not like we got Champions League, so everyone needs to get their play time. No. We've got 1 game a week and we've already got about 5 players that can play in the 10. Not counting Cunha and Mbeumo, Mason Mount, Bruno, Xerxes, Ahmad. Who else can play in the 10? Mainu. So that's 7 players already that can play in the 10 after we've done Mbeumo. Come on. You think anyone else is going to come there and have to sit down? We've got 1 game a week as well. And in Carabao Cup, you switch it up a little bit. FA Cup, you might change it up. Like, come on, man. I can't see no one else. After Mbeumo comes, them 10 positions are solidified. And then anyone else, it will have to be like a swaps. Let one goal come in. Let one goal come in. That's what I think. Do you think United are going to get into real talks with Gyokeres after the Mbeumo thing is confirmed? I reckon, if anything, they'll try and do like a verbal agreement. Like, do you get it? We can't buy him yet. That's the thing. So I think it's like, yo, when we sell these 2 players, we're gonna come for you. You know, like we let you know, we chat to Sporting, how much you want, 60 million. All right, verbal agreement, we're gonna come for it. But the only way that verbal agreement won't go through is if it gets to the 1st of September and we haven't signed it off. So I feel like it might be one of them ones where they might talk it out and try to get a verbal agreement with him. But, and obviously I'm talking about if this is Sesko. If Sesko goes to Arsenal, of course. Yeah, because we can't do nothing yet. We're just sitting there on the side waiting for Arsenal to make their move right now. That's why it's a shit position to be in, but it's reality, innit? We finished 15th. What can we do? So after we bought Mbeumo, we have to just chill, try and sell these players, buy some time while it's just sitting there. So hopefully we can sell some players in the meantime. And then whilst whatever happens with Arsenal, say they go for Sesko, then we can say, all right, cool. Yo, we're ready for you now, Gyokeres. What you saying? How much you lot want? 60 mil? All right, boom. But by that time, it might be mad. And that's what Muppetiers said as well, innit? He said that by the time it gets to that, what might happen is, we might have to look at alternatives. Do you know what I mean? As in like Mateta, Gonzalo Ramos, but he's been offered to us. We don't want Gonzalo Ramos, but he's been offered. So we might just take him on loan like 1 year and then next year go for a proper striker. Who knows? People need to realize we still have these players that are burdening us. Sancho, Malacia, Anthony, Rashford, they all need to go ASAP. 100%, bro. 100%. This is the problem. We're stuck with players and their wages get replaced. This is what happens. We've got to get rid of them players and then get new players and give them wages. It's not the money. We might have the money there. Manchester makes a lot of money, United. But the wages, we can't keep paying for so much wage. The wage bill will be over the roof. So someone like Sancho is meant to be on like 1.2 mil a month. Come on. Sitting on the bench. You can't have that happening. He has to go. This is what's going on here. It's mad, bruv. Freedom fighters. We need to release our freedom fighters. I'm not just buying them. It's crazy, man. But that's the old regime. Let me summarize what's happened anyway. So Gyokeres, basically, it's Ben Jacobs, isn't it? Ben Jacobs has been reliable. If this was anyone else, the only 3 I would have done this for and actually bought it on is Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, Laurie Whitwell, and Ornstein, actually. So 4. But yeah, Ben Jacobs has been reliable. I didn't used to like him before. I thought he was dodgy. But this transfer window, since the 1st of June, he's been hitting them first. Bam! There's a bid gone in for him. This has been rejected. And then you'll see Fabrizio's and that tap in. back post. Oh yeah, last minute. He's never there first. So yeah, so basically Gyokeres, it looks like it's still on. There's bare briefs coming out every day for some reason that Gyokeres he's open to coming to Man United now. It's come out of nowhere. Like, obviously, we've already known that he's open, and Fabrizio let us know that he hasn't rejected us. But it's just getting like a bit weird now, the way every day there's a new thing about it. And then obviously Ben Jacobs at the same time is sitting there and saying, listen, right now Arsenal are playing a game where they're getting both of the strikers, blah, blah, blah. It's a game, and it's basically your negotiation hand. It gives you leverage because both clubs know that you're in for both strikers. So if you go to one of the clubs, they can't really ask you for something crazy because they know you're just going to walk away and go for the other striker. So it's giving Arsenal a good hand. But if they're to pick one striker that they're going to go for, and who, like, if it was down to them, it's going to be Gyokeres. And that's what he's saying. Sammy Mokbel said it. A few other Arsenal journalists have said it. I'll show you now. This is all from the other day as well. Let me show you something. This is Arsenal fans' pages. This is not nothing to do with us. This is Arsenal fans. They're like, see how we got United Stand and United District. What like will show us Man United news. If like Mainu signed a new contract, Man United District will show us. Oh, look, this is the Arsenal fans version. AFC staff, D talking Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. So this is showing their fans what's going on. And this is what they're saying. Benjamin Sesko is ready to sign for Arsenal after new talks. That's the first document. Then we've got Izan Khan, who I don't know who he is, but the Arsenal fans must know him or rate him to an extent. And it's basically just saying Mikel Arteta wants a striker before pre-season because they're going on tour to Singapore and Hong Kong, July the 19th. Benjamin Sesko and Gyokeres have strongly been linked, but it's understood that Sesko is the priority. Izan Khan is saying that, and the Arsenal fans are posting that for the Arsenal fans to see. So not for us, for them. And then you've got Sammy Mokbel, who works for the BBC, very reliable, Sammy Mokbel. And he's saying if everything went according to plan, Arsenal are to get the striker they wanted, it will be Benjamin Sesko. Forget that document at the moment now. Let's go to the bottom one. I genuinely believe up until today, there isn't a clear favourite. But if you were to take a vote from the people that matter inside Arsenal, there will be more universal backing for a move for Sesko than Gyokeres. That's Sammy Mokbel, who's very reliable. Izan Khan, I don't know who he is, but they've quoted him as well. And he's saying it's understood that Sesko is the priority. Tika-Taka Connor saying Benjamin Sesko is ready to sign for Arsenal. Ben Jacobs, very reliable this transfer window, is saying the same thing, that Arsenal want to get the player that they want. It's going to be Sesko. It's just the price at the moment. If they drop it down, the price has been dropped. It's been reported by Germany and it's been reported by the Mirror. And then, like I said to you, every day since then, it's just bare Gyokeres to Man United. He's opened the door. He's opened the door now all of a sudden. So it's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. It's a weird one. There should be a rule. If you're not playing for the club, you don't what? Sporting said Gyokeres ain't leaving for less than 85 million, I think. Oh, is it? When did this come out? Because Fabrizio was saying that we're waiting for the president to... That's what Arsenal's waiting for. They're waiting for the president to set the price. Because remember, they've got beef, innit? The agent saying, you said I can leave for 60 million euros. Now, they're saying, bruv, this geezer scored 63 goals last season. There's no way we're letting him leave for 60 million euros. That's like 50 mil. That's crazy. We want 80 mil or something. But they haven't specifically said the actual price. So they're going to say the actual price soon. That's what everyone's waiting for. Sporting says the actual price. Arsenal go to the drawing board and say, all right, this is the price for both of them. We're going to go for da-da-da-da-da-da. Soon as they go for da-da-da-da, domino. Everyone's going to know from there. So if they go for Gyokeres, Sesko's left hanging. Who might go for Sesko? No one knows. I don't want him nowhere near Old Trafford. Yeah? Project striker. But 85 is mad. I think that's gas. That's crazy. 85 is quick, and you got to remember they have to sell him now. So he's you know what's happened with Sporting and Gyokeres? The exact same thing that's happened with us, Garnacho and Rashford. The exact same thing. That's the exact same thing that's happened. It's well known to everybody that the manager or the club has fell out with the player. You can't get a mad money for him no more. That's what's going to happen. So they're probably going to end up saying, we'll let him go for 70 million. By the time you go to negotiate, he goes for about 62. But the Skis or 65. But the Skis have scored the most goals in the whole world, so it makes sense. You took a risk on him, it's cool. No one will complain about the price because he scored so much goals. Even if he comes to the Prem and flops, no one can complain about Arsenal or Man United buying Gyokeres because he scored the most goals in the whole world last season. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen. But I don't think he'll be 85. That's madness. Remember, they've already messed up their hand of negotiation because he has to leave. He said he's on strike. The geezer said he's on strike. He's not coming to training, nothing. He's leaving. So if they've already weakened their hand anyway. Do you understand? So yeah, that's a myth. Where's Gyokeres? I'll show you now. My man's on strike. It's not happening, bro. Look at this. Look at this last document on the right. Fabrizio Romano. Victor Gyokeres has already personally informed the sporting president, Varandas, about his decision to leave. No intention to play for the club anymore. Gyokeres wants a new chapter. He feels heartbroken with the exit pack and not expected to return to training. He's on strike. And look at that name that Fabrizio reported it first as well. Look, you lot. Look at the name. Ebola PT. And then go to the first document. And who is that first document by? Gyokeres reopens the door to Amrim with Arsenal favouring Sesko. The Swede could opt for Manchester United. Ebola PT. So Fabrizio's telling us, I'm getting these reports. They reported it first. And that's what they've just gone and reported on the 26th. So you don't take it for what you want to take it for. Ebola PT is somehow kind of reliable then, isn't it, we can say. If Fabrizio's giving them the cosign. So this is what I'm saying. It's still a little, yeah, there's something in there, isn't it? And then every day there's something coming out about Gyokeres. Like, it's mad. Yeah, Rashi was 85 at one stage. We'll never get nothing close for that again, lad. You get me? He barely even presses. But yeah, that's the situation with Gyokeres and Sesko anyway. So Sesko's looking like he's going to Arsenal. Gyokeres, it's looking like he's the main man. This is all cunha and thing stats. Someone put it in here basically saying that who scored? João Pedro scored more goals than our attack. And I said, listen, Mbeumo scored 20 goals and our whole attack scored 21. So one, it's not hard to score more goals than our attack. But this is the type of player, the caliber we're getting, which is madness. You know what I mean? So there's goalkeepers here, of course, that we've been linked with. We're always linked with a new goalkeeper every day. I don't know why Anana has to leave before we can get one, or Bayinda. So I ain't seen no bids coming for Anana or Belinda, but obviously it came out today that Anana could leave. So he can go on loan. I think we'll pay half his wage. Just go somewhere, chill out, put your head down. You get it? But is he going to leave? Does anyone even want him on loan? No one. It's petit scene. Yeah? Yeah. We're never going to know. I don't think anything's going to happen with Anana. I think literally no one's coming for him. Saudi don't want him. No one wants him. Monaco came in for him for about 20 minutes. And then, what's his name? Fabrizio came out and said, yo, like, it's not happening. Forget about it. Gyokeres is on strike. Yeah. Look at the last document. He's not coming in. Not expected to return to training. That's on strike. What do you mean not? You have to. You're contracted to come to training. When you sign a contract, you got to come to training, do media duties, all these things. It's like work. When you get at work, you have to do certain things. He's not coming on. He's got no intention to play. He wants to leave. I'm not coming training. That's what Anthony done for Ajax. And then he came to Man United. He went on strike. That's strike, bro. So, yeah, the club want to sell him. The club ain't got a problem with selling him, by the way. The club want to sell him, but they're saying, they basically told him 60 million euros last season. And now they've changed the price. They've said, this geezer just scored 63 goals, the most in the whole world. And we're going to sell him for 50 million pounds. No way. They've changed the price on him. That's what's happened with Gyokeres. So the fact that they've changed the price on him, he feels heartbroken. Like, you lot took the piss. I was meant to leave last season. I said, I'll give you lot another season. Now you're taking the piss. Like, you're making it harder for me. And he wants to obviously go Arsenal because of the Champions League. But also looking at it like, we're not going to pay that. So he's feeling even more stressed. And my whole point for this article anyway was just so that you lot can see the person that reported it first on Fabrizio's page. It says Ebola PT. And then we've got the first document that basically says Gyokeres reopens the door to Amorim with Arsenal favouring Sesko. The Swede could opt for Man United. And that's from Ebola PT. So just showing that this source is kind of reliable. You know what I'm saying? To an extent anyway. So that was it really. The club won't care if the player's on strike. They will hurt him in his pockets to play. You know what it is though? I think they have to sell him this season or they won't get no money from him. If they make him sit out like we've done with Rashford, next year, they won't get no money from him. He's 28. He just scored the most goals this season. They're already looking at a replacement for him. So by next season, no one will be talking about him. His name would have gone Gyokeres. He sat out for a whole year. He won't be the same no more. No one might even have faith in him no more. So I think they have to sell him this season. It's just about the price. What are you looking to sell him for? That's what it is. After all the nonsense and Mbeumo deal has been agreed, at the end they rejected it. Yeah, we don't know, mate. We don't know. The only thing that's come out with Mbeumo today, like I said, is that basically man are saying that there's a medical. Like, I've had 3 people that I've already put in here. Sully, Alex Crook, and Ben Jacobs have said there's a medical next week. They're standing on business saying there's a medical next week. Do you understand? So, and then obviously other people are saying, yeah, they're just literally it's by add-ons, etc. So I don't know, mate. Yeah, I'm not in that room negotiating, but it seems like it's close. 50 plus 10 would be good price for Gyokeres. If not, let's turn our focus on Zerk, Cunha. But we need someone else though, Biggie, man. That's our plan B. You see that there? That's a plan B. Yeah, we go somewhere like Everton or Southampton when not Southampton, they've been relegated, but Burnley or Everton, and they're just sitting in the box, 3 big defenders, and just headering everything away, and they just got you compact, our main striker. Then you turn for Xerxes, and you get someone that will come to the ball. It's confusing them now. Do you get it? I feel like we need another dynamic. Look at Haaland when he played Southampton. They drew 0-0. They just marked Haaland out the whole game. Yeah, Haaland, just stand there. We got you. Marked him out the whole game. All good. They didn't have another dynamic. They had Mamouche on the wing. But if you brought Mamouche on earlier, maybe, and he came to the ball, it's something different. I think we need a plan A and a plan B. You know what I'm saying? We know Gyokeres wants to leave the club, but I don't. He's that unprofessional to me. That tarnishing his credibility as a pro, in my opinion. Yeah, but remember, they've kind of done him dirty, though, you know. They've told him last season you can leave for 60 million euros, and then they've changed their mind. So he's saying, you've done me dirty, like. And then remember, the president's the one that's come out in public and said, we don't know nothing about a pact, we're not going to get blackmailed, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like Gyokeres has sat there and just spoke off his own back. Do you get it? The president came out and done an interview and said, we're not going to get blackmailed by no one, blah, blah, blah. So it's a bit of a mad one. If Gyokeres came out himself just talking every minute, his agent, it'll be a bit mad. But the president came out first, and then this has got reported by Fabrizio. It's not even reported like Gyokeres has said it. It's reported that Gyokeres apparently informed the president himself about him wanting to leave. So I hear you still. I hear you. Sounds like Sporting had promised. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They promised him last year. They said to him, yo, you can leave for this price. And then now they've gone mad with the price and no one ain't going in for him. That's why everyone's sitting there saying, why has no one going in for Gyokeres this season? But that's what it was. The price ain't been specified yet. No one knows what the price is. Apparently it's meant to be 80 million. It might be 60. No one knows, bro. So it's all over the place. Going on strike just tarnishes his professional credibility as a pro. Yeah, it does, kind of, man. But he's saying they've violated him so much. He's heartbroken. I don't even want to see. Like, I don't want to see the training, nothing. I'm not coming back there. I hear you still. But remember, Anthony done the same thing for Ajax. And he's still out here being called the GOAT. Anthony done the exact same thing for Ajax. I want to leave. And he went on strike. And no one talks about him being on strike no more. He's the GOAT now, isn't it, in Real Betis? Do you get what I'm saying? It was reported he had a gentleman's agreement to be released for 50 million, yeah. And then the president said, no, exactly. Biggie, love for that. Love for that, Biggie. That's exactly what happened. It got reported he's got a gentleman agreement. He can leave for 60 million euros, which was probably 50 million in pounds. The geezer went out there, scored 63 goals. They said, wait a minute. This guy just scored 63 goals. There's no way we're letting him leave for 50 million pounds, and switched it on him. And then he's come out in public and said, we're not going to get blackmailed. they're lying about this gentleman's agreement, and then so Gyokeres has gone, we'll speak soon on Instagram, and then he's obviously told him this, that listen, I'm leaving the club, I'm not coming to training, blah blah blah. So it is a bit toxic, but he has to leave now, and it's weakened Sporting's hand because you can't go and ask for 80 mil when the guy said he wants to leave. He's not even coming in for training, and he's 27. If you leave him, I do what we done with Rashford and just leave him on the, not even on the bench, you leave him at home, bruv, by next year, no one's going to be talking about Gyokeres. If he goes a whole year and he's been sitting at home, no one will talk about him. You lost all your money for him, and he's 28 by then. Like, it's like, oh, does anyone want to take the chance now? People are already like, I don't know about Gyokeres. There's Man United fans are sitting there and going, I'm not sure on Gyokeres, and he scored 60 goals. Imagine if he went a whole year sitting out, with no goals. People be saying all sorts, bruv. He's tired. Is he still running the same? He's not fit. They'll be saying everything. His agreement with the club was broken. Yeah, they violated him, man. No wonder my man has become a freedom fighter. Why it was Man United, though. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. We love a little toxic player, isn't it? It's mad. It's always something. It's either in the club or out of the club. Like Anthony went on strike to come Man United, and then you've got all the players in the club that are doing all the madness to leave Man United. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, that's the situation with Gyokeres, man. Like I said, safe, that's me. Yeah, Cunha, Mbeumo, the goals is too mad. Yeah, I told you that about the attack. The attack's too serious. So don't doubt the skeezer, please. And don't sit there and say we should walk away for a few millions. Because I'm telling you that now, the market is crazy. Look at the market right now. Alanga is going for £60 million. We got a bid for 62 million, dropped, rejected or whatever. 62. We might push it to 65 and get him. And this geezer scored 20 goals. Alanga scored 6 goals. 6 goals last season, 11 assists, and he's going for 60 million. They're rejecting bids for him. And then you've got João Pedro. They've rejected a bid for him, and he's £50 million for João Pedro is already crazy. I can't remember. I think I've only seen him score about 2 goals, open play. One was against us, and I can't remember another one. All the rest of them have all been penalties. Saliba headbutted him. I remember that penalty. I remember a few penalties. They want 55 to 60 million pounds for João Pedro. And I'm sure Welbeck is probably the one scoring most of the goals over there. That's who I see score open play goals. Semenyo was 70 million. Zara Emery cannot even get into that PSG front three that's meant to be one of the best midfielders in the world. Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinho. And he's 85 million. So what the hell is Vitinho and João Neves going to be quoted at? So this whole thing is crazy now. The way it's inflated, Kudus is 75 to 85 million. So make sure you don't like and subscribe, man, if you're in here, man, for the first time, man. We do this every day, man. All the Man United news, we run through it. Look at Mbeumo's goals. 20 goals, 8 assists. And he's on 62 million. And people are saying walk away. I'm saying leave it to 65. Add-ons can go to 70. But if you look at the way it's going, if we was to leave Mbeumo right now and we went to buy who can we buy? And it's not going to be crazy. Gittens, I spoke about this as well with Gittens and Garnacho. I tried to basically say, listen, he just went for 55 million and he's only got 11 goals and assists in the Bundesliga in 32 games. In the last 2 seasons, he's the same age as Garnacho. In the last 2 seasons, in the Bundesliga, meant to be even more open, easier, he's got 22 goals and assists. Garnacho's got 36 in the PREM. So I'm saying, if he's going for 55 million, what the hell is Garnacho going to go for? Like, this is what I'm saying. The market is so cooked. And I'm seeing that we're trying to sell Garnacho for 70 million. But some people are saying, oh, we won't get that. And I think we won't get that either. But, bruv, 55 million for Gittens, 11 goals and assists. Alanga, 6 goals and 11 assists, 60 million is what Nottingham Forest wants. Kudus, I don't know what he done last season. The season before, I know Kudus was good. Last season, you barely heard his name. 75 to 85 million. That's what they want for Kudus. Look at all these names and look at what the prices they're going for. João Pedro, 60 million. It's crazy, bro. So yeah, the market right now is cooked. Mbeumo is probably going to be the best player to be bought for like a 60 million, 50 million type of range, because you can't get a player with 20 goals, 8 assists for 60 million anymore. It's madness. The whole market is cooked, inflated, yeah, to a different level, Jay. Different level. It's gone mad. 60 million for Elanga. He's got 6 goals. The geezer's got 6 goals and he wants 60 million. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see. But like I'm saying, let's not walk away. No way. Like, let's get a little 5 million in there or something. 65 million, call it a day. That would be a steal, bruv. For what's going around now, imagine we went and bought Elanga again, 60 million. And he gets six goals for us. That would be a flop. Garnacho's probably got more goals than him. And a lot of our fan base don't even like Garnacho. I'm sitting there saying, he's not doing enough. He always misses chances. And you have more goals than him. This is what I'm saying to you lot, man. Like, it's gone mad now. This whole market has gone crazy. I'll move on. Casemiro is set to stay at Man United because he wants to make the Brazil team next year. He knows if he stays local, he'll be all right. If he goes MLS now or Saudi, it probably won't be the best for him. Hojlund still ain't got no agreement with Inter Milan. They're basically saying we want a loan with a buy option or a loan with an obligation, but it will become obligation easy. So maybe they're going to say something like, if he plays 10 games, it'll become obligation. Or if we finish in the top 5, like Sancho's one was meant to be, if he finished in the top 14 teams, it'll become obligation, but they somehow had a clause in it, they can opt out. So I'm saying, United are saying we want a permanent transfer because we need the cash right now. His wages are low, so we don't need to loan him because his wages are nothing to us. It's the cash. Get rid of Hojlund. We don't want him for the future. There's no point. So what we're saying is just please give us the money and then we'll make it happen. But then what happened was yesterday, Yohan Boni got a here we go to Inter. And he's the same age as Hojlund. So I don't know if they still want Hojlund. Because look at the date at the bottom. That's the 28th, yeah? Yohan Boni got a here we go yesterday as well. So I don't know if they still want Hojlund or not. Because this geezer's the same age and he plays in that league already. He plays for Parma. So he's familiar with the Italian league. So that's the situation with Hojlund. I don't know if they're going to want him still. I know that they got Thuram, Martinez, Taremi, and now they got this geezer Boni. Are they really going to want 5 strikers? I don't know. Is one of them other ones going? Who knows? But yeah, Casemiro staying. It doesn't look like anybody's leaving, basically. Casemiro staying. Hojlund, we're insisting on a permanent transfer. They went alone, but they've gone and bought someone the same age as him. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. It's going to be interesting to see. Onana, we've told him he can leave on loan if he wants. We want a new number 1. We're linked to a few other ones. Kaneshi, Trafford, Newcastle just made a bid for him yesterday and it got rejected. It was 25 million. He plays for Burnley. They want 35. So it's gone mad. We can't go for no goalkeepers right now until Onana goes. So it's weird that we're even linked with all these goalkeepers. So maybe we're trying to line one up on the sly and we think Onana's going. But for what I'm seeing, I ain't seen no offers come for Onana. So we've been linked with them 3. Emi Martinez has been offered to Chelsea as well, but he's saying, I only want Man United. So, and then we got this that came out the other day. Diego Costa, he's basically our top. If we was going to go for someone, it'll probably be Diego Costa. And he's 50 millions, apparently. This Botafogo goalkeeper, John Victor, he played yesterday in the Club World Cup. He's 5.8 million. I think he's a replacement for Bayern Day. So if Bayern Day goes, we'll probably get this geezer. And if this is just basically telling us that Onana had fewer errors leading to shots than Emi Martinez did last season. But that's what happens. When you play for Man United, everything goes online. Everyone can laugh at it. It'll stay online for a week. Talk Sport will talk about it. Sky Sports, they'll do segments. When you play for Villa, Match of the Day might not even talk about it. Like, he's made a mistake. No problem. It's cool. It's not going to get no clicks. So are we really upgrading if we go for Emi Martinez, basically? Like, that's what it's basically trying to tell us. I'll be honest. Onana is a mayor, but he's not the problem. Our attack is shit. That's exactly what I said, I said this, and people tried to cook me a little bit. I said, listen, I would rather we get a striker than a goalkeeper, because there were so much games last season, Sean, that we could have won the game if we had a better striker. There wasn't loads of games last season that we wouldn't have lost the game if we had a different goalkeeper. I can name on my hand just now, Arsenal, how much shots we had on that game. Liverpool at Anfield. Wolves, we battered them the whole game and they scored a free kick. What else? We've had so much games that we were so narrow and we just couldn't score. Nottingham Forest, there were so many. So yeah, so my thing is, I would rather us have a better striker than a keeper. But Onana's got to go, 100%. But Bayinda as well, he's pony. He's probably pulling his beard now. Gone bald, tragic. These players can't take the hint, just leave, man. Yeah, man, this is what I'm saying. But you got to remember, once you've been contracted, you're paying me now, innit? For 5 years or whatnot. We're lucky. We're not even giving these like Chelsea contracts. Remember, Chelsea's giving out 9-year contracts. Haaland's on like a 9-year contract. Do you understand? So these men have got like 5 years and then it's getting a bit... Sancho leaves next year, luckily. Imagine Sancho had 4 more years. Like, bro, we'll be in trouble. You do have a soft spot for him. Who are you talking about? Onana or who? Who are you talking about? What player? I spoke about Casemiro, Hojlund, Onana. Who are you talking about? Because it can't be Onana. It cannot be Onana because I want him out. But like I said, I think a striker is more important than the goalkeeper. And I want Bayinda out either. Both of them got to go. They're both pony. Our attack leads to low confidence attempts, which means defense is always under scrutiny. 100%. A better attack will lead. Yes, 100%, man. It always just breaks apart. We'll have the best. We'll have something going on. It'll break apart and then bam, pressure. Garnacho's in the final third. Why bother running for support? You just know it's going to be a low. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And this is the situation that we've been in, that these guys can't finish their dinner. And this is why I'm saying to man, we cannot walk away from this deal. Because when you look at Mbeumo and Cunha's stats, the last article, they're making it happen. Yeah, some people say they overperformed, but mate, we're changing up. They've realized that. Ineos has realized it. They've said, listen, this team hasn't scored more than 60 goals in like 3 seasons. We need to change their attack first. Then we'll go backwards, like midfield, etc. But our main thing is goals. And like I said to you, there was so much games last season that was narrow. We could have won. We could have scored a goal and we didn't. And then we ended up just getting punished. So many games. And that's because our attack was so shit. Like, look at Bournemouth. When the ball came for Garnacho, he tried to lob the keep, like, and then it went mad. And then they had the red card. And we were lucky to score in the last minute, Hojlund. And then Hojlund's going on Instagram and saying, I needed that. Like, we just drew 1-1. And you're saying, I needed that. Like, it's so crazy now. What we're going off. It's mad. It's just changed so much. So to have guys that will be walking off the pitch angry to draw is what we need. Man that score goals, and you know what I'm saying? And these men have come from teams and have made it happen in their teams that you're not even meant to score goals like that. You're not even meant to be that big. And Mbeumo shouldn't be scoring 20 goals for Brentford. That shouldn't be happening. They're defending majority of the game. How are you scoring 20 goals? Our defense was shit as well. I wonder why that wasn't a priority this window. Yeah, but like I just said, I think, yeah, their thing is, you know what? Let's go and get some goals in this team because there was so much times where we could have scored and changed the game. If we lose 5-4, if we win 5-4 every game, next year we'll deal with the defense, but at least we're winning games, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're not scoring at all. And you can see this thing in front of me right now. Look, Mbeumo scored just 1 league goal through the Man United's whole attack. That is embarrassing, bro. A man plays for Brentford, a team that's meant to be defending the whole game. He scored 20 goals and our whole attack scored 21. Come on, man. And you think man's not going to come out of the works and say, we need to change this whole attack. Think about it. So they've done the right thing, man. We just need to wrap up Mbeumo, wrap up a striker, and then we can work on a midfielder, wing back. I think people need, and then we need I said that mad. Wrap up Mbeumo, wrap up a striker, change the goalkeeper, and then midfield defender. Goalkeeper's got to be changed. Yeah, Onana or Bayinda, they're both pony. Both of them. Yeah, we should be. With the pre-season as well, and one game a week, Sean. 1 game a week and pre-season, we should be. 100%. So yeah, that's the situation with Onana anyway. Casemiro's not leaving, he's staying. Hojlund don't look like he's leaving. Onana looks like he's staying, but we're telling them, yo, you can go on loan if you want. It's up to you. And then we're linked to a few keepers, but I don't know what's going to happen with this Onana. Garnacho out the team's addition by subtraction. Cunha for them. Yeah. There you go. And because it's Man United and we ruin players, that's why it's like everyone's just like, I don't know. And especially the rivals, they're just like, nah, man, that's rubbish, man. It's not going to work. But let them go to any other team. Let Cunha go to Newcastle and be the right winger. He's a good signing. And Mbeumo went to Newcastle, Champions League. Isaac, Gordon, he's a good signing. But they don't want to give us our flowers. It is what it is. We're going to have to show them, innit? It is what it is. Then we got the freedom fighter. I hate talking about this geezer, man. I hate talking about this geezer. Oh my gosh. The freedom fighter. Every day. If you're here every day, then you know there's always a new club in for him or something, yeah? Or he falls out of a club or something. This geezer Napoli was in for him, Fenerbahce was in for him, and they both just left the race. They said, listen, I don't know what this guy's on. His wage demands are too crazy, blah, blah, blah. But Sancho is now linked, and the only team is Juventus. That's our only sort of hope of getting the freedom fighter out here. His contract runs out next year. Obviously, we can trigger it and give him another year. It's the same as Mbeumo. So we want 25 million. Everybody knows that. But Chelsea dropped out the race when they could have signed him because of his wage. Fenerbahce's dropped out the race now. Jose Mourinho actually spoke to him on the phone. He's dropped out. And then you've got Napoli. They've said, we can't be bothered, bro. We've got the best project. We just won the league. De Bruyne is here. McTominay, your mate's here. Lukaku. Come. He don't want to go. He wants his wage to be high. I don't know what he wants. World Cups next year. I don't know where the aspirations are at. But yeah, Napoli and Fenerbahce have dropped out the race. Juventus is now the advantage with Man United. And that's from Fabrizio Romano. And then Giovar basically just said, Fenerbahce have taken a step back. They feel that Man United and Juventus are close. Sancho has approved the move to Juventus. Issue remains Sancho's salary. So everything you hear every day about this geezer, it's always that the clubs are close, and then it always goes the salary. Somehow, it's always in there. There's always an issue with the salary. The geezer wants too much peas, and that's the situation with Sancho. The issue remains his salary. He earns 10 million. Now Juventus are talking about selling the player to get that salary off the books and then giving that salary to Sancho. How long is this going to take? Is this a whole window thing? It's just gone mad again. But the confidence is there. Man United are happy to meet with Juventus' demands. 25 million, 20 million, whatever. I think it's just a mad one, man. I hate talking about him, man. Like I said, listen, I hate speaking about him. I'm sure you're funny. 100%. Yeah, bruv. It's crazy, man. He's the worst. He is the worst Man United player. I don't think there's anyone worse than him. I swear to you, lot, man. He's definitely the worst. Anthony, at least Anthony, he went out there, done his thing. He took a pay cut. My man, he's terrible. That's the old regime, though. This is what I'm saying. The old regime fucked up so bad. It set us back, man, a few years, man. Why he's even on 250, 300, whatever he's on, is crazy. It shouldn't even happen. You come from Dortmund, you must have been on a low wage over there, and then you're on this now. It's crazy, bro. I don't even know why he got put on this. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to play what suits Casemiro. Because remember, we played like that already. And then we had to stop playing him. He played against Ipswich. They was running around him, running rings around him. And then we had to stop playing Casemiro. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're even going to be able to play him this season. If my man's really going to implement his style, pre-season, etc., I don't know what's going to happen, man. Seriously. Xerxes all of a sudden makes sense with these. Yeah, Xerxes makes sense, but Xerxes needs to be another alternative, though. I can't have Xerxes as the number 9. Let's not forget, Xerxes played good the second half of the season, but he didn't score goals like that. Let's be real. So Xerxes, I'd rather Xerxes as a 10, to be honest. But if he's under striker, let him be a backup. Get a proper number 9, a Gyokeres or something, and then go there. And do you get what I'm trying to say? When it's getting mad, like, the number 9 is getting marked out. We can't. They've got someone like Everton, where it's got Branthwaite, Tarkowski, and that Brian guy. big defenders that just head everything out. You can't have like a number 9 sometimes. You got to just go and get someone like a Xerxes. So teams like that, you can switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or put him in the 10s. But I don't think we can man. We can rely on him because he wasn't scoring a lot of goals like that. Anthony put his hand down, grinded, gave us the meme face, but at least he's willing to take a cut. 100% in it. He's willing to take a 30% pay cut to make the Real Betis transfer happen. For those that don't know, he said he wants to make it happen. Real Betis want it to happen. He's taking a 30% wage cut. He's on 150 a week, and he cut his salary to say, yeah. And you got Miami on 250, 300 saying, no, I'm not cutting it. I need my money. You got World Cup next year. Anthony's in the Brazilian squad as well. Dope, man. You got to give it to Anthony, man. I respect him. I didn't respect him before because Anthony thinks his ability, innit? He ain't got the ability. But, bruv, he tries. And you got to respect him. He's passionate as well. And at least he gave, man, that 3 goals. You get it? His first 3 games, he gave us 3 goals. Remember that. He scored his debut against Arsenal. He scored against Man City when we lost 6-3. And then he scored against Everton and we won 2-1. He's hardworking, no negative comments or interviews, no childish social media posts. You know what I'm saying? 13 goals and assists in 4 months and called back to the Brazilian team. Salary's not an issue. He took a wage cut. He just focused on improving and getting his career back on track. Real Betis showed him love. They love him. He started crying on TV. They're calling him the GOAT. He's going back there. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to give it to him, man. You got to give it to him still. I want the best for Anthony. I would watch Real Betis and want him to score and all that. You get it? But my man, freedom fighter, joke team. But it's not really his fault as well, innit? It's the old regime, innit? Like who Glazers and that had doing the thing for us. That's who fucked up, giving this guy this money in the first place. So it's where it is, man. We got him at the time where he was on fire and it made sense. Sancho doesn't know what he wants. Fenerbahce will pay his wage, but he doesn't want to go there. Yeah, he's using them. He was using them. Chatting to Jose Mourinho on the phone, just using them, going up to Napoli and Juventus and basically saying, yo, they're not offering me 250. We saying, they're saying, bruv, we're not paying you that. So he's an idiot. I wanted this swap deal between Sancho and Vlahovic, but now Vlahovic has dropped massively. We saw, bruv, Vlahovic has been quiet for like 3-4 years. If you're going to come here from one of these other leagues, you've got to be doing, your name's got to be going bananas in them leagues for us to say, come here. You've been ghost for a few years. I've been hearing Osimhen at Napoli. Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, all these players. You're not hearing Vlahovic's name. I heard he scored 10 goals last season or something. Like, come on, man. 10 goals. And we want to bring you here and basically what? We can't have another Hojlund. We can't take that chance. Yeah, Xerxes as a 10. He drops in it. Xerxes drops. Even if he plays as a striker, he still drops. Xerxes is not going to guy. When you cross it, he's going to be there and he's going to header the ball the last guy. No, he's never going to make that run, Xerxes. He's always going to drop. So we need the striker, the big bully that's going to make the runs and score the goals. But if it's not working that game, say it's a counter-attack team, that they're just sitting in their box. This bully can't do nothing, really. He marked him out. You put someone like Xerxes on, let him drop after the 60th minute and switch it up. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame the poor guy for his transfer fee. He always tried, just too much pressure on. Yeah, Anthony, yeah, 100%. Big him up. I feel he's dating some model. He can't downgrade his lifestyle. Oh, Sancho. Yeah, he's dating Sweetie, innit? Is it Sweetie? Is that how you say her name? Sweetie. She's got Offset. Was it Offset or one of them? Yeah, Sweetie. Yeah. He's fighting his damn life. Fair brother. Keep up the freedom fight going. Yeah, man. That's it wrapped up anyway, man. Gyokeres. Hopefully this one comes true for us. Mbeumo, still just looking, nothing really new with Mbeumo, man. Everyone just keeps saying the same thing. Medicals next week, blah, blah, blah. It's like freedom fighter. Juventus is they're the last team standing. But the salary is still a problem. So we're going to see what happens with the salary. Onana's told he can leave now. You can leave on loan. We'll pay for your loan. We're looking at other goalkeepers. We got Casemiro, he's staying. Hojlund's meant to be going. Fabrizio said that we want a permanent transfer, but Inter, the same day Fabrizio said this, we want a permanent transfer, Inter by a player that's the same age as Hojlund. I don't know if it means anything or not, but it's just like, what's going on there? He's the same age as Hojlund, so do you lot still need Hojlund? And they've already got 3 strikers. So that's the situation with him. We should have sold Amrabat if he stayed. He didn't. FA Cup final. Ugarte. Yeah, he's a bit like Ugarte, and it's a bit similar, isn't it? And he's energetic. So that 50 million really could have went to someone else if we did keep Amrabat, and he would have been cheaper. But this is all Ten Hag times, bro. This is what I'm saying. A lot of things happened Ten Hag times, and we had a whole new. It was before Ineos. Remember, they just came in. It's crazy, like. So a lot of shit happened before then where we don't know what could have really happened. Shot himself in the foot. Gyokeres. All this nonsense. I know. That's what I said. A lot of people now look at him and say, I don't even want him. Blah, blah, blah. I know. It's mad. I'll still take him, though. I'll be real. I'll still take Gyokeres because we finished 15th. We shouldn't even be in conversations with Gyokeres, to be honest with you. We should be linked with some idiot strikers, Moise Keane and maybe Vlahovic. You know what I'm saying? So I will still say beggars can't be choosers. Like, even the fact that we can still attract Cunha and Mbeumo and then to have like a Gyokeres, bruv, no one ain't going to care on the first game of the season if he scores against Arsenal and wins us that game. The whole of Old Trafford is going to be doing that. You're all going to be doing it in your living rooms. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. That's why I don't really. It is what it is, isn't it? But I hear you though. It is a bit like, why did you do that? Like, you didn't even have to say all of that. You're an idiot. But I will still take him. You get it? You say you're not rating Amrabat. I'll take him. Sour taste after all that nonsense. Yeah. But yeah, man. So that's it, man. I'm going to leave you lot. I'm going to be back on later, man. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, man. We're here every day, man. All the Man United news. We don't miss nothing. We don't miss a thing. You understand? Make sure you're here. We're always here. Subscribe. Hit the likes. Big up everyone that's been in the chat. Everyone that's been in there. Watching, whatever. We're always here for you lot, man. Just shout, man. I'll be here later.
What's some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm